Hello everyone, this is Varaprasad and I am presenting you the daily current affairs which are useful for SSC, RRB and other government examinations. Let us start the session. Gujarat is all set to implement sensor-based service delivery monitoring system in rural drinking water sector under Jal Jeevan mission. The state is primarily a water-stressed state. It has dealt with crisis with a very strategic approach so far. The state has good community involvement in drinking water supply management, which began in 2002 through Water and Sanitation Management Organization. The state recovers around 70% of annual operation and management expenditure from the community in the form of water service charges. The project aims to monitor the functionality of water supply, which is potable water in adequate quantity and of prescribed quality, being provided to every rural household regularly on a long-term basis. The Department of Drinking Water and Sanitation finalized the annual action plan for providing household tap connection to rural households for the financial year 2020-21. The state also set up plans to face the difficulties in achieving the functional household tap connections. Out of 93.6 lakh rural households in the state, 65 lakh, that is over 70%, are already having household tap connections. The state government plans to provide 11.15 lakh household tap connections in the rural areas in the fiscal year 2020-21. Gujarat state has set the target year of 100% coverage by the year September 2022. India gets USD 1 billion loan from BRICS New Development Bank. The Emergency Assistance Program loan aims to support the Government of India in its attempt to curb the spread of COVID-19 as well as to minimize the human, social and economic losses caused by COVID-19 outbreak. This is New Development Bank's second emergency assistance program in order to help its members to fight COVID-19. The program will help India by providing critical healthcare resources and strengthening the social safety net, which will improve the resilience of public healthcare sector and health emergency response systems and facilitate the socio-economic recovery in India. Some of the static GK questions are: President of New Development Bank is KV Kamath. New Development Bank was established by Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa to mobilize resources for infrastructure and sustainable development project in BRICS. Italy developed I Feel You bracelet for social distancing. This bracelet will help users respect social distancing rules. The bracelet has been developed as the measures for safeguarding against the coronavirus lockdown is being gradually lifted. This bracelet uses a radio signal only when another bracelet is approaching. It does not use GPS and therefore does not keep track of user locations. It just reminds us when needed that we are not observing social distancing rules. Some of the static GK questions are: President of Italy is Sergio Mattarella trending. Capital of Italy is Rome. The currency of Italy is Italian lira. Wholesale price index food inflation declined in April, which is used to be 3.62% in April 2018 is now 3.07% only. The latest WPI print also lower than 3.18% recorded in the March this year. Build-up inflation for the financial year so far was 0.75% lower than 0.86% in the corresponding period of previous year. The overall WPI print for April was dragged down by a sharp decline in manufactured products, which accounts for 2/3 weightage in WPI basket, which came in at 30-month low of 1.7%. Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan on 14th May 2020 participated in the 32nd Commonwealth Health Ministers meeting through video conference. The theme of the meeting is delivering a coordinated Commonwealth COVID-19 response. It is critical to build and strengthen core capacities of developing countries, especially the least developed countries, for future preparedness, response and flexibility. Important to work on the causes of the pandemic and discover drugs and vaccines so as to control transmission and prevent recurrence. Significant to facilitate universal and affordable access to all relevant medical products and technologies. These should be made available in a fair and equitable manner to tackle COVID-19. India has been the first country to urge consolidated global action to fight the challenge of COVID-19. It has taken all the necessary and timely steps including surveillance at points of entry, evacuation of our nationals abroad, surveillance in community through disease surveillance network, health infrastructure strengthening, training and capacity building of health staff, risk communication, community involvement as part of its management efforts. In order to prevent the spread of this pandemic, the world's largest lockdown was implemented to protect lives by elevating the explosive growth and ensure the ability of healthcare system to cope up with growth of the disease. In 1993, General Assembly decided in a resolution that International Day of Families is observed on 15th May every year. The theme is Families and Climate Action, focus on SDG 13. This day provides an opportunity to promote awareness of issues relating to families and to increase the knowledge of social, economic and demographic processes affecting families. India has been ranked 74th in Global Energy Transition Index by World Economic Forum. India has been moved 2 positions with improvements on all key parameters of economic growth, energy security, and environmental sustainability. India is one of the few countries in the world to have made consistent year-on-year progress since 2015. Sweden has topped the Energy Transition Index list, followed by Switzerland and Finland. The Energy Transition Index is a fact-based ranking intended to enable policymakers and businesses to plot the course for a successful energy transition. The index benchmarks 115 economies on the current performance of their energy systems across economic development and growth, environmental sustainability and energy security and access indicators and their readiness for transition to secure, sustainable, affordable and inclusive energy systems. Some of the static GK questions are: the founder and chairman of WEF is Klaus Schwab. WEF headquarters is in Geneva, Switzerland. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has announced 2 lakh crore concessional credit boost through Kisan Credit Card Special Drive. The details of second tranche of economic relief package for Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan amid COVID-19 pandemic is: the second tranche is a part of economic package of 20 lakh crore rupees has been announced with the prime objective of making India self-reliant. The second tranche of economic relief package for Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan is dedicated to migrant workers, street vendors, small traders, self-employed people and small farmers. During her address, she mentioned that second tranche comprises of 9 different measures according to the given composition: 3 related to migrant workers, 1 related to Sishu loan within Mudra, 1 related to street vendors, 1 for housing, 1 related to employment generation largely for tribals and 2 related to farmers. This Kisan Credit Card Special Drive is a special drive which would be undertaken to provide concessional credit to Prime Minister Kisan beneficiaries through Kisan Credit Cards. This drive will also include fishermen and animal husbandry farmers. This credit flow of about 2 lakh crore rupees will enable these farmers to gain access to institutional credit at concessional interest rate. The last one of the session is: Union government has introduced a new scheme of interest subvention on working capital loans for dairy sector for supporting dairy cooperatives and farmer producer organizations engaged in dairy activities. A budgetary provision of 100 crore rupees earmarked for this and will be implemented during 2020-21. In order to meet the working capital needs of cooperatives and farmer-owned milk producer companies, interest subvention will be given on working capital loan taken from scheduled commercial banks or regional rural banks or cooperative banks between 1st April 2020 and 31st March 2021 by cooperatives or FPOs for conversion of milk into conserved commodities and other milk products. The scheme has made provisions for providing interest subvention of 2% per annum. The scheme will be implemented through National Dairy Development Board, Gujarat. It will help producer-owned institutions in supplying quality milk and milk products to consumers at a reasonable price and will also help in stabilizing the domestic market price of conserved dairy commodities and other milk products. We are providing you the PDF of this entire session in the description box below. People who want to download the PDF can go to the description box and click on that link so that you can download the PDF. Thank you everyone. Please subscribe to our channel for more updates. Please give your valuable suggestions in the comment box.